everybody. Welcome to Talk of the Town. My name is Haley Bush. I'm the leasing manager at Town Housing, and I'm here today with Grace. Grace, why don't you let us know what you do?
Hello. So I am a leasing consultant at Town Housing. I started here in the beginning of April, so I'm a little bit new here. But yeah, my day-to-day is essentially calling and emailing leads, following up with leads, and hopefully turning them into possible applicants and then into tenants.
Great. And what is a little bit about your real estate background?
So I started at Sinatra & Co. That's where I got my start in the leasing agency process. And I just fell in love with it. I love helping people. I love placing people into new homes, seeing them so excited. I think it's super important. And then I switched to 716 Realty Group. And then we connected with Jeremy, and then I came to town.
That's great. What is your favorite thing that you do here at Town Housing?
Honestly, I think it's just guiding people and making them happy with their new home. There's a lot of background information that a lot of people don't realize in the leasing process, and to guide them through that with, calling National Fuel, getting all those numbers and, renter's insurance and all that, all the background stuff to make that easier for that moving process for our applicants. I think that's what fuels me, and it's super important to do.
Yeah. What do you find most challenging about being a leasing consultant?
I mean, talking with people, I don't think that's really challenging. I think the most challenging would probably, what I can think of, is putting mileage on my car. Everything else I just love about it. Yeah. So it's like the driving around, like just the mileage, honestly, because I think this job just is so rewarding, for sure.
So tell me about a project that we worked on in the leasing team that was the most rewarding.
So when I think of the most rewarding project would be my first move-in. I think that, I talked with her throughout the whole entire process. We were in your office together, like attached to the hip, but I talked to her on my own. You let me do my thing. And I just, I asked her screening questions. I went through her application. We did the showing together, and she absolutely loved it. And then I guided her through the process of getting her account numbers for National Fuel, National Grid. We talked with her with the lease and all that. And I think that was really special. And then I moved her in. I released keys to her. She was so happy throughout the whole entire process. Moved her in. I followed up with her about a month later to see how she was doing, and she was completely moved in. She was so happy. So I think it's just super rewarding.
Yeah. And then how would you describe your biggest support for the leasing team at Town Housing?
So I genuinely just like to be there for everyone. It sounds very simple, but I think it's also super important for advice, just for someone to just be there for someone, even for a task, for running an errand, just to be there for everyone in the office, and as well as our applicants and our tenants as well, to just be there with anything that anyone needs.
Yeah. We do a lot of communication in our department.
Yes.
So I know that sometimes we get feedback from our clients and our leads and the community. We've recently done a little bit of a pivot in some of our policies. Tell me a little bit about that pivot.
So we used to show units to approved applicants only, and now we are pivoting to just show units to anyone that is looking to apply or just wants to see the unit and is looking to move in. So once we get a lead coming in our email, we will email them, or we will personally call them and set up showings to show the unit.
Yep.
And I think that's great because, we're listening to the community, and, we have been getting a little bit of pushback with, to showing units with approved applicants only. So we are very flexible with what we want to do with the community. So I think listening is super important being, that communication has to be there. So listening and being like, okay, let's do it. Let's just show these units to people who want to see it. And I think that's super rewarding.
Yeah. Policies that you originally trained on seemingly were obsolete to a point. What worked for us in 2020, 2021, we were getting major pushback on. So being flexible and being able to adjust our policies is really important. So
Definitely.
what would your main takeaway be from the community and people that you are wanting to help find homes for?
I think it's been really positive. Just now opening up that realm of saying, hey, like now we can just set up showings and, it just brings a bigger audience to us. And I think that's super important. And we've also been getting a bigger and positive response to that.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
So we're getting a ton more leads. The community, I think, realizes that we are listening and that we really do want to help. So I think that this pivot is great. It may not be something that we can sustain, but we have a really strong leasing team right now.
You do, yeah.
As you're part of it, and Lindsay and myself. So it's great to have you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And can't wait to see what happens next.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.